So I'm going to attempt to talk through this rotation and try to make it as static as possible. Way I like to try to do that is I like to try to pair up skills. So I'm going to try to pair up Wall with Winter's Revenge, Fetcher with Arctic Blast, and then Blue Betty with Trap. So the timers are a little off, but they're relatively close. The only thing that should be kind of dynamic like this will be Subterranean and the Bear, and then obviously you got Frost Reach. You're gonna try to hit every 4, so I'll try to do like I'll go in with Subterranean and then try to do I'll drop Blockade, then Fisher, then Clench, then Arctic Blast, Fetchers, Clench. The Subterranean should be up by then, and then it should be back to Wall, Winter's Revenge, Clench, Betty, Trap, Clench, and Subterranean, and then go back to Fetcher, Arctic Blast, Clench, and the Bear ulti in between. So some things might drop off. This is like an experiment thing. I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure on it, so we'll see how it goes. Get my buffs. Because I'm running crit on both bars with Inner Light and then the Betty, I'm going to use Tri-Stat Pots. Help with the Stam and Mag Sustain, because we can Stam and Mag skills. A lot of Stam skills. Gear-wise, Masters, because I'm running Clench, and then Pillar on the back bar. Zons, because the passive with the Wardens get the extra crit damage. Let me see. Is it in here, I think? By 2%, which that's with staffs. The Animal Companion, maybe. Oh, that's what animal thing slotted. I don't know. I think there's something that increases the crit damage against frozen enemies or some shit. With nature. Maybe it's just the animal ability slotted, so 4% for each animal ability slotted. I'm at 8% now on this bar, and 8% on this bar, because I've got 2 animal abilities slotted there, and this one, and this one. So I get the extra 8% from that. That's where the crit damage is made up from, so you don't need to run kill. And I'm running 7 medium. So that's 14% there. I believe it's 2% per piece. Yeah. So it's 22% on top of minor 4s from Trap, which is another 10%. It's 32%, the 50% that you get normally. 82 major 4s is like 107. Then Brittle is another 10%. It's 117. Or am I missing something? What am I missing? Oh, EC. That's right. That's the other 10%. So it's 127. So actually like 2% over. Yeah, so if I wanted, I could switch one of my heavy pieces to light, or one of my medium pieces to light. But I don't know, just to round it out, maybe a little more recovery and pen. Maybe I'll actually do that. Try that. Let's see. I'll go with the shoulders because I don't want to do the head. So we're on a 6-1. Let me get my buffs back again. CP. Pretty basic. Exploiter, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes. That's going to be best setup, and for some reason, if you need the extra crit damage, then you can just drop Exploiter for backstab or fighting finesse, I guess. If you're running like light armor set or something. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is get my buff set. So I hit the dummy, I got that going. Hit channeled acceleration, make sure I have my minor force set going in. Put trap back on. Pop my Betty, hit the Fletcher. Alright, so now I'll just spam. I don't have anything up. So, wall went down for a little bit. Oh, I casted Shocks a little early there. This is definitely going a little more sloppy than I thought. Honestly, it's a lot of times spamming. That was not pretty. Still 110 though. So I was trying to keep everything lined up. Honestly, like the main thing I was having was running out of resources with the spamming, which I'm running. I mean, I guess that's because I'm running so much medium armor. I'm still running one piece light right here. And I was running Betty, so like shouldn't have been too much of an issue. Let's get another go though, see if we can clean it up. So, channel acceleration, get that buff going. Trap is on, hit my Betty, hit my shock, blockade, clench, that, fetchers, clench, that, clench, blockade, that, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 arcade, that, clench, fetchers, clench, shocks, that, clench, bear, trap, Betty, clench, clench, clench. There. So I let a lot of stuff fall off there, kind of mess up. Clench, clench, blockade, that, clench, clench, that, Betty, that, clench, bear, arcade, clench. Clench, trap, Betty, clench, shocks, clench, clench, bear, clench, shocks, clench, shocks, arcade, that, clench, that, measure, clench, shocks. So I'm trying to let my shocks pop before I flip to my back bar. So basically, like, I know I'm not doing a lot of talking right now, but I'm pairing it up with the skills. Clench every time I come back, trying to clench every time I flip off, letting shocks pop, then flipping. Uh, 111, I mean, and I even threw some heavy attacks in there. It's not super sexy, but, you know. Alright, so let's see how good we can do. I mean, I'm terrible at talking through this shit. That's I got my buffs up, so I'm not gonna bother that. I'm just waiting for my potion buffs to go away. Alright, so channel acceleration, hit that. Put trap on. I'm gonna pop shocks first, then pop Betty. Clench. Clench, bear. Clench. Oh, shocks pop, so. Clench. Betty. Clench. Alright, I'll wait for shocks to pop again. Clench, shocks pop, so. Clench. Clench. Bear. Betty. Clench. Winner's Revenge. That. Clench. Shocks. Clench again. Clench. Alright, pops, and now I'm going back. Clench. That. Trap. Betty. Clench. Bear. Clench. That. Blockade. Charge. Clench. That. Clench. I'm gonna throw in a heavy. clench, shocks, trap, fatty, clench, arcade, shocks, clench, that, slide, clench, bear, clench, clench, clench. I should hit shocks first there, but I hit trap first, that's fine. I let my clench fall off a little bit, too much right there. Alright, so I flip, clench, bear, trap, ready, clench, clench, up, that, clench, that, clench, shocks, arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, ready, clench, bear, clench, 5 minute, clench, 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 shocks, cave, snap, clench, 112. I mean, man, it is really kind of tough to make a dynamic rotation. If I added in another dot, then, or a static rotation, then it really wouldn't be, I think that would just make it more need to be dynamic. Try just gonna slow it down, clean it up. So channel acceleration, trap. All right, so I'm gonna hit shocks, batty, blockade, that, clench, that, shocks, clench, bear, clench, arcade, that, clench, trap, clench, 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 shock, arcade, that, clench, clench, shock, shock, trap, ready, clench, bear, clench. Ah shit, I should have shocks there. Oh, I know it's shocks, that, clench, arcade, clench, clench, trap, clench, clench, shock, clench, clench, shocks, where, clench, clench, arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, ready, clench, 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 shocks, arcade, charge, clench, 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 pop, shock, clench, that, there, clench, trap, ready, clench, clench, shock, arcade, shock, clench, clench, I'm gonna throw in a heavy because I'm getting on low. Clench, shocks, trap, ready, clench, bear, clench, shocks, arcade, charge, clench, that, clench, shocks, clench, 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 flip, clench, shock, trap, ready, clench. But I fucked it all up right there because I was trying to squeeze in that heavy. So now I get back on track. Blockade, clench, clench, shocks. Clench, shock, bear, clench, 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 shock. Alright. So, I mean, it's not really hard to make it static, I guess. Like, anytime I need to proc blockade, I guess the best way I can say, anytime I need to proc blockade, I proc shards. Anytime I need to proc, whatever the fuck this is called, Arctic Blast, I proc Fetcher. Anytime I need to proc Trap, I proc Betty. The bear is just fit in wherever. So, and I usually try to do it, you know, when the shocks explode, I usually try to do clench, you know, flip, 2 skills, clench, you know, 2 skills if the shocks isn't up. So shocks and bear always get fit in between on the front bar. And then it says clench 2 skills, clench 2 skills, clench 2 skills. And if there's no skills that need to be procced up, then it's usually just 3 clenches. That's pretty much, I guess, the best way I could put it. So, I'm struggling with the names of some of these fucking skills, honestly. Alright, so let's try this again. So, shocks, that, wall, shards, clench, blast, fletchers, shocks, clench, bear, clench, clench. I should have flipped proc then. Clench. Now I'm going to go ahead and do trap early. So clench, clench, shocks, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shocks, clench, 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 blockade, shards, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, bear, clench, shocks, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shocks, clench, clench. When it pops again, I'll flip. Blockade, shards, clench, fetcher, trap, Betty, clench, what the fuck, that was shocks, clench, shocks, blockade, shards, clench, that, fetcher, clench, shocks, bear. I'm gonna put in a heavy, blockade, shards, clench, shock, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shock, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shocks, clench, heavy, flip, blockade, shards, clench, fetcher, or shocks, clench, bear, clench, clench, shocks, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shock, clench, 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 flip, blockade, shards, clench, that, trap, Betty, clench, bear, shock, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shock, flip, cage, shards, clench, shock, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shock, blockade, shards, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shock, bear, clench, wall, shards, clench, shocks, trap, ready, clench, 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 shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shocks, clench, 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 arcade, charge, clench, shocks, bear, clench. Alright, 111. Yeah, I don't know. Sustain, I guess, is a little bit of a pain. It's probably because I'm running, it's more of a spammable. Like I've got the 2 slots for the crit and the Betty. I'm not running a heavy dot rotation. So the sustain is hitting more samples is definitely going to affect your sustain a little bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's clench 2 skills, clench 2 skills, clench 2 skills. If there's no skills up, then it's clench, and then shocks and bear just fit dynamically in between. So one more time. So it was trap, so I'm gonna hit shocks, Betty, black ace, charge, flip, blast, fetcher, flip, shocks, bear, clench, clench, flip, black ace, charge, flip, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, Betty, clench or Fletcher, clench, 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 arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, bear, clench, clench, shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, fetcher, clench, shocks, clench, 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 arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 bear, shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, Betty, clench, shocks, clench, 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 arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, fletcher, clench, shocks, bear, clench, clench, arcade, charge, clench, shock, trap, Betty, clench, 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 arcade, charge, clench, shock, blast, Betty, clench, clench. I'm gonna fit in some heavy, clench, trap, Betty, clench, shock, wear, clench, fade, charge, clench, okay, bars, shock, clench, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shock, arcade, charge, clench, blast, fletcher, clench, shocks, bear, clench, clench, arcade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shocks, arcade, charge, clench, blast, fletcher, clench, shocks, heavy to clench, clench, arcade, charge. 113. I fucked that up a lot. trying to talk to her. I'm not one of them people that can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time either, so, you know. This is, pain in the... Alright, so, Shocks, Betty, Blockade, Stars, Clench, Clench, Bear, Clench, Clench, Shocks, Blockade, Stars, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shocks. I'm going to do a preemptively heavy Blockade, Stars, Clench, Shocks, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, 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 Shocks, Blockade, Shard, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shock, Bear, Clench, Clench, Arcade, Shard, Clench, Shocks, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, 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 Shocks, Arcade, Shards, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shocks, Heavy, Blockade, Clench, Bear, Clench, Clench, Shocks, Blockade, Shards, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shocks. For some reason, every time I come out of the heavy, it fucks it up. Clench, 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 Shocks, Blockade, Charge, Clench, Bear, Trap, Betty, Shocks, Clench. Trying to fit into heavies a little bit more, so Clench, 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 Shocks, Blockade, Trap, Betty, Shocks, Bear, Clench, Clench, Blockade, Charge, Clench, Shocks, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, 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 Shocks, Blockade, Charge, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shocks, Cade, Charge, Clench, Shocks, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, Bear, Clench, Clench, Shocks, Arcade, Charge, Clench, Clench, Trap, Betty, Clench, Shocks, Clench, Clench, Arcade, Charge, Clench, Blast, Shock, Fletcher, Clench, Clench. Now he's going to clench all the way down. 112. Alright, so Blockade and Shards together. Blast, Fletcher together. Betty and Trap together. That's the way I keep it. Pretty static, I guess. Like, it's not 100% static, but it's pretty static. I want to try again. I just want to keep trying. I don't know. Alright, so it Shocks first, then Betty, Blockade, Charge, Clench, Blast, Clench, Shocks, Bear, Clench, Clench, Arcade, Charge, Clench, Shocks, Trap, Betty, Clench, 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 Shocks, Arcade, Charge, Clench, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, Shocks, Clench, 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 Arcade, Charge, Clench, Shocks, Trap, Betty, Clench, Bear. Am I heavy? Shocks, Arcade, Charge, Clench, Blast, Fletcher, Clench, Shocks, clench, 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 blockade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 bear, shocks, blockade, charge, clench, blast, Fletcher, clench, shocks, heavy. Alright, flip, charge, shocks, oh, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shocks, blockade, charge, clench, blast, Fletcher, clench, shocks, bear, clench, clench, blockade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, 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 shocks, blockade, charge, clench, blast, Betty, clench, shocks, heavy, blockade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, bear, blast, Fletcher, clench, shocks, blockade, charge, clench, 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 shocks, blockade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, blast, Fletcher, clench, shocks, blockade, charge, clench, bear, clench, clench, shocks, blockade, charge, clench, shocks, trap, Betty, clench, blast, Fletcher, clench, shocks, blockade, charge, clench, 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 bear, shocks, clench, clench. Alright, 113.5 right there. I mean, so. It's on mask, rally, it's on rally. And I'm using lava foot, or no, ice cream, sorry, not lava foot, ice cream for the parse food. Here's my skills. Definitely not that heavy. It's a little bit easier. You just gotta manage your resources a little bit with heavy attacks and stuff. It's not the highest DPS, but it's good enough for most things. And the champion points. From all the different combinations I tried, I think this is the one that buffs the skills the best. So, oh yeah, that's it.